this evening on ENN Tonight.
Two schools, one big change. Stick around to see how Elon and Queen's University are planning to pool everything they've got.
Prayer and a fold-up table. How the Elon community came together to remember a conservative activist.
Devastating, to say the least. I was definitely affected by it.
Student Government Association welcomes a new class of senators.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for ENN Tonight. I'm Charlotte Pfabe.
And I'm Rachel Holley. Let's dive right into this week's top stories.
Elon University and Queen's University of Charlotte are in the first few steps to potentially merge. This is supposed to open new opportunities for both schools. ENN's Anjolina Fantaroni went to Charlotte to see how Queen's students are feeling about the change.
With shared traditions like bricks and the names of some buildings, Queen students say they're eager to see what's ahead.
It is exciting.
It can be exciting.
I'm excited. I want to see how it all works out.
From Elon's maroon and gold to Queen's royal blue, this 30-acre university in Charlotte might be the new site of graduate programs if Elon and Queen's officially merge. This potential merger between Elon and Queen's is still causing some confusion with current Queen's students, like Queen's Junior and member of the soccer team, Olivia.
We'll see what that means for athletics, if there's an entire shift in athletics or not. Right now we've been promised that nothing changes for us.
For Queen's senior Emily Vouchersa, the announcement came as a complete shock.
I think it came as a surprise to all of us. I am trying to look at the bright side of it. I think they position it as a way of Queen's becoming stronger, and that's how I want to look at it.
Originally from the country Jordan, Queen's freshman Saif Zatari sees the merger as a chance to expand academic options.
I wanted to study engineering. They don't offer engineering here. I know over at Elon they offer engineering, so I'm excited to see what it will come about with.
If the merger is approved, Elon will officially begin operating Queen's on August 1st, 2026. Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
President of Elon University, Connie Book, answered some pressing questions from Elon's Student Government Association about the merger. Let's take a look.
Several students come up to me and ask how this will impact our athletic programs, being it's two D1 programs merging. Are they going to be two separate programs, or how will they be merging?
For the foreseeable future, we are going to ask the NCAA to allow us to operate two D1 programs. The NCAA has, in the last 3 years, been much more flexible in this regard as universities merge.
I really wanted to ask, like in the near future, do you see any circumstances where there are any changes or shifts in like staff and faculty between either of the two campuses?
I think that we have Elon employees who would like to move to Charlotte, are excited about the possibility of working and living in Charlotte. And I bet there are Queen's employees who are excited. One of the benefits of being an employee of Elon is that your student goes to Elon tuition free, and your children go to Elon tuition free. And so when I said that Tuesday at Queen's, they were like, yes, so there are benefits that as we work on this merger that I think people will take advantage of.
And joining us live in the studio is Anjolina Fantaroni to give us a quick rundown about what we already know when it comes to this potential merger. Anjolina, can you tell us a little bit about what Queen looks like, especially when compared to Elon when you visited?
Hey, thanks, Charlotte. Yeah, when I actually went to Queen's, there were a ton of similarities between our two campuses. Elon and Queen's both share red bricks, fountains, and even the card tappers when you go in to get into the buildings. But let's get into the details of what we're looking at with this potential merger. After many Q&As with Elon President Connie Book, Elon is looking to expand its graduate programs while keeping the main campus to focus on their undergraduate education. What we know so far, Queen's and Elon had been talking about this merger since the beginning of this past summer. Both universities plan to ask the National Collegiate Athletic Association to keep both athletic departments separate and keep them as two different Division I teams. And they will also merge their endowments, which are $170 million and $420 million respectively. This is all according to Book. Their planning team is called the Sprint Team, and they're made up of 6 Elon faculty members and are partnered with the Boston Consulting Group. The Sprint Team says that Elon faculty and staff roles will not change if the merger is approved. And students looking to transfer between the two schools, Book says that the process might look a little different. She says that it might be more like paperwork and not an actual application. Overall, there is a lot to unpack here when it comes to the logistics of this merger. I'll be sure to keep you all updated. Thank you. Now back to you guys at the desk.
What does it mean to be human in the age of AI? Elon's Imagining the Digital Future Center hosted a conference with the Research Institute RTI International discussing just that. The conference had researchers and panelists from universities across the state discussing how their schools are teaching the implementation of AI. During this conference, the center also launched its newest report, which found that many Americans expect AI to have a negative impact on human behaviors over the next 10 years. According to the director of the center, Lein, the center's next report will release in March.
Elon's Student Government Association officially swore in their new class of 2029 senators. After a long campaign, one of the new class of 2029 senators, Will Ellis, says that he's excited to get more involved on campus. Being able to help out wherever he can is something that Ellis finds important, especially when he steps into this new leadership position.
Being able to help the community more, expand in my leadership roles. Yeah, mainly it's about the community, so I guess just helping them out would be what I want to do most.
SGA's next Senate meeting is this Thursday.
Elon's town council will be giving annual bonuses to staff members with a college degree that exceeds the requirements of their position. It's one of many recruiting approaches the town is establishing to stay competitive with nearby communities like Burlington. Town manager Rich Rodner says that the town of Elon is trying to recognize employees who go above and beyond. Rodner says it is also important that Elon recognizes its strengths in recruiting.
We're kind of in our niche, and we're trying to stay in that niche, not the highest paid, not the lowest paid, but in the middle, and combining that, like I said, with the culture that we try and create here. I think we've been successful so far.
According to Rodner, already 10 to 15 employees can already get this new bonus.
Starting this month, the Alamance County Tax Department is beginning its reappraisal process. That's when the county reassesses a property's market value. County employees will be stopping around neighborhoods and taking measurements and notes about properties. State law requires North Carolina properties to be reevaluated every 8 years, but Alamance County reevaluates every 4 years. The next one will be in 2027. According to Alamance County Tax Administrator Brad Fowler, the county is working with a contractor to send out employees to verify information about the property. Fowler says people visiting properties will use their personal vehicles with a placard on the side that has Alamance County's logo. They'll have business cards and identification, and they'll knock on your door before going around the outside of your house. If you're not home, they'll leave a door hanger with the county's information. They'll only come during weekdays between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., and Fowler says that the process is all outside your home. They won't come inside.
From the tax office will ever ask to come inside your home. The only way that ever happens is if the homeowner has asked for that, and we will always have at least 2 folks doing that at one time. No one ever goes into a home by themselves.
According to Fowler, as the deadline for reevaluation approaches, the tax office will have more engagement with the community and local town councils where community members can ask questions.
A candlelight vigil honoring Charlie Kirk brought some Elon community members together, while others protested just steps away. Next, after the break.
Stay tuned for what weather to expect this week and the start of family weekend. I'll have your forecast after the break.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the Living Mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Elon's College Republicans and Turning Point USA at Elon joined hands to remember conservative activist Charlie Kirk. ENN's Fiona McAllister was there on Medallion Plaza for the gathering.
After being shot and killed at Utah Valley University over a week ago, around 40 students and locals filled the plaza to remember Kirk and what he stood for.
It is devastating, to say the least. I was definitely affected by it when it happened almost 2 weeks ago. I think it is a great loss that our country now has to deal with.
I really respected Charlie and what he did and what he was working on in the country and for our Lord Jesus Christ.
Kirk was known for being in touch with his faith. Engagement intern for the Catholic Campus Ministry, Parker Stevens, delivered the vigil's prayer. Stevens says that he thinks Kirk would have appreciated the prayers spoken.
I think he would have said amen. You know, he was big and he was bold for his faith in Jesus.
And just up the hill, protesters stood at the speaker's corner with signs condemning Kirk.
A lot of the things that he had said were targeted towards identities that I share. And so because of that, and because I knew that this was happening at my campus, I felt like I had to speak on the other side. I had to speak for the people who are getting discriminated, the people who are dying, the people who are getting separated.
As the night went on, both those attending the vigil and those in protest passed each other, all while remaining civil.
I feel like there's a lot always, especially when you're quote unquote on the liberal side of things, there's this push that you're rioting or that you're being violent or aggressive or that you're antagonizing the other side. But in reality, that's not what we're doing. If anything, we're trying to promote peace and harmony.
At the end of the night, those in protest walked down to Medallion Plaza, where the vigil was, and held their signs. Fiona McAllister, ENN Tonight.
Elon's campus police were also present at the event, but were not required to step in.
Kirk's death sparked debates over the limits of free speech. Our Anjolina Fantaroni spoke with campus experts about what anonymous posts on social media platforms like Fizz could mean for public safety and digital responsibility.
Just minutes after Kirk was shot, anonymous posts flooded platforms like Fizz and Yik Yak, such as these. And overall, the comments can be seen as hateful and threatening towards political views. Director of Imagining the Digital Future at Elon, Lein, says Kirk's death reopened long-standing questions about free speech.
So there are all sorts of issues about not only what you can say, how you can say it, against whom you're saying it, but sort of the new ways that people can talk to each other in these apps.
Campus Police says they're watching these platforms. Elon's Chief of Campus Safety and Police, Joe Lemire, says officers monitor posts on platforms like Fizz to stay informed.
I think it's responsible law enforcement to pay attention to what's going on as opposed to somebody else telling us. So an officer will be, scrolling through, see what's going on. Most often than not, we never say a word.
Fizz also has moderators who can take down reported content. Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Wake Forest is making big changes for North Carolina families, starting with undergraduate students admitted in the fall of 2026. If their families make less than $200,000 a year, they can attend tuition-free. The initiative is called the North Carolina Gateway to Wake Forest University. According to a news release from Wake Forest President Susan Wente, she says the program aims to show the university's commitment to students from its home state. Students with an annual family income of $100,000 or less will have the full cost of their tuition and standard living expenses covered. Students with an annual family income between $100,000 and $200,000 will attend tuition-free. Students with an annual family income between $200,000 and $300,000 will receive half of the cost of tuition. These benefits will be renewable for all 4 years of their undergraduate program. Wake Forest uses the free application for federal student aid, or FAFSA, the CSS profile, and other federal tax documents to determine eligibility.
Our Mackenzie Cruz is live in the virtual studio with our upcoming weather. Mackenzie, will we finally see some cool fall temperatures?
Thanks, Charlotte. We haven't reached fall weather just yet. It's going to be a hot and rainy week. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight will be cloudy with a low of 57. Tomorrow we'll see sunny skies with a high of 86. Starting Wednesday afternoon, we should be seeing thunderstorms for the rest of the week. It will be 86 and mostly sunny in the morning, and then showers begin in the afternoon. Thursday and Friday will be around 80 with high humidity and some wind. And finally, Saturday, we'll have to keep an eye out for the 2 p.m. family weekend football game against the Hampton Pirates. It will be 77 and mostly cloudy, but there is a chance of showers in the early morning and a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. That's all for our 5-day forecast, but now let's take a look at current hurricane activity. Tropical storm Gabrielle became a hurricane last night. It was moving northwest and is currently moving north at 10 miles an hour in the Atlantic Ocean. Gabrielle is expected to pass Bermuda and hook back out northeast by tonight. Bermuda will, of course, be impacted the most, but Gabrielle's swells will hit North Carolina's coast and northward starting this week. So be aware of dangerous surf and rip currents. That's all for weather. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Mackenzie. We'll be sure to bring our umbrellas to the family weekend game.
Coming up, food, music, and a whole lot of salsa. Elon kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month with a celebration on Medallion Plaza.
Families are heading to Elon this weekend, and so is an Olympic legend. We'll tell you what's in store for this year's family weekend. Up next.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle. and end abuse.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting, nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee" every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Elon University held a festival to celebrate the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month on campus in collaboration with El Centro and the Center for Race, Ethnicity, and Diversity Education. ENN's Virginia Vance was there on Medallion Plaza to catch all the action.
Elon University kicked off Hispanic Heritage Month with food, music, and salsa lessons, packing Medallion Plaza as students learned a short dance or stood in line for food.
I don't know. I love to meet people, so I came for the food, but I stayed for the people, and that's something I really enjoy. So yeah.
Hispanic Heritage Month began as Hispanic Heritage Week in 1968 and expanded 20 years later. It begins September 15th when a number of Latin countries celebrate their independence from Spain.
Yeah, music, I feel like Hispanic culture is really loud. We love music. We love, sharing food.
Elon Jr. Daniela Alonso Lopez came to the kickoff as part of the Latinx Hispanic Union. She says she loves the event because it's a way to show her identity and pride.
Just being able to be out here with my community and getting to show a little bit of our different cultures. Everyone's so different, but we're all so united.
Virginia Vance, ENN Tonight.
Elon alumni are making their return to campus for homecoming weekend. This is one of Elon's biggest events, with activities taking place from October 9th through the 12th. Alumni have the opportunity to see what's going on here on campus and reconnect with old friends. There will be walking tours, opportunities for current students and alumni to network, and many awards ceremonies for the different schools. There are dinners and social events, as well as sports for alumni to show their Phoenix pride.
Elon's annual Family Weekend is coming up quick. This Friday until Sunday, families will be all over campus for the festivities. Events like performances and campus activities, even this year's fall convocation speaker, Katie Ledecky, will be here to share her experience being an Olympic athlete. Students say the weekend is a special chance to share their Elon experience.
I'm really excited for them to see the campus more in depth and for them to meet all my friends.
We went to the football game together. Everyone was out there having a great time. And
Jewelry, bargains, and a big impact. How one local sale is helping women on their recovery journey. Clothes, community, and a commitment to going green. How Elon students are swapping styles for sustainability.
You can take Link Transit to Burlington, Graham, Mebane, Gibsonville, or within Elon. Elon University students and staff can ride Link Transit for free after showing an Elon ID. Blue Route 3 comes by every 90 minutes Monday through Friday with certain hours on Saturdays. And for more information on Link Transit, please call 336-222-5465 or visit the Link Transit website.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Once Upon a Time is right now. Escape to the Renaissance Festival, a time-traveling adventure. Saturdays and Sundays, October 4th through November 23rd. There's music, comedy, circus entertainments, jousting nights, the living mermaids, and a feast all rolled into a non-stop outdoor family adventure. Tickets limited while supplies last. Online only at renfestinfo.com.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Tables and tables of jewelry filled the Elon Community Church for students and locals to shop till they dropped, all for a good cause. For the past 12 years, the Residential Treatment Services of Alamance have held a jewelry sale to benefit a women's recovery home. The agency provides around-the-clock mental health and substance abuse services with multiple locations. With no federal funding or state funds, the donations and sales they get go towards the treatment for these women.
And that's one of the things that we do in our facilities is we keep people a year, 2 years if need be, and people are successful and be able to get back out and become good, productive citizens again.
RTSA is accepting donations at their offices. They're taking all the help they can get.
Elon Sustainability is hosting a pop-up swap shops in downstairs Mosley, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons. These pop-up shops happen for a few hours a week, and they're every week. Students can bring in their used clothes and exchange them for the donations there. If a student has no clothes to exchange, they can write down something sustainable they pledge to do on something called a pledge poster. Sustainability outreach intern Lauren Nesbitt says the swap shops are a great way to get involved sustainably.
So this is a really good on-campus option if you don't have a car and you want to commit to thrifting and trying to get clothes more sustainably.
Elon Sustainability's next swap shop is tomorrow afternoon. Each year, Elon News Networks releases a best of special edition of The Pendulum. This paper highlights local favorites like coffee shops, dance teams, and much more. So if you scan the QR code here on the screen, you'll be able to vote for your local favorites. ENN decides what gets featured based off of community input. Voting for Best of is now open through October 20th. So take the time to fill out the survey, and you never know, your club or store could get featured.
Well, that's all the news we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
And make sure to follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
And tonight we're going to leave you with sights from the vigil on Medallion Plaza for conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Have a great night, Elon.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's a big turnout. So I was preparing earlier. Sleep. That you may not grieve as others do who have no hope. Those who are falling asleep. He was to go up and give that talk where he was tragically shot. It's a bit prophetic, honestly, that he reads this scripture and he gives an interview on it. We give you thanks always and everywhere for the abundance of graces that you pour out over us and the others who have fallen asleep before us. We give you thanks for the world, that we show others the love that you peace in our country and throughout the whole world, that all violence be brought to its end.